Hi, welcome back. It's so good to see you today. Thank you so much for joining me for another Technology Tuesday video. And today we're actually going to be talking about blogging. And I know that you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I need something else to do, like I need a hole in the head or something like that. But why would you want to start blogging? The answer is really simple, because when you think about the 6 to 21 touches that your average customer is going to need in order to make a purchasing decision, blogging is really kind of low-hanging fruit. And I'm saying this because there's not any makeup required. If you're a guy, you don't have to worry about makeup anyway, but you know how it is. You don't have to worry about putting on makeup every day. You don't have to worry about what you look like, setting up cameras, setting up lighting, the editing that could go along with doing a video, or the editing that could go along with doing a podcast. It really is nice and simple, and you can be interrupted in the middle, and it's totally fine. If you're putting together a blog and the kids come busting into the bedroom or whatever, it doesn't matter. You can take a break and you can come back and you can continue writing. And also, the best information out there is actually really compiled in the first place. So it doesn't matter if you don't have a good idea, or maybe if you're not a good writer, because you're going to find everything that you need right on the internet. So let's talk about where you can actually get some good ideas from. The first thing that you can do is I actually just like to go to Google and I just plug in the word essential oils. And I look and see what it automatically fills in for me. So I just type in essential oils and I get essential oils for anxiety, essential oils for sleep, essential oils for headache, essential oils for allergies. It has a million suggestions already that you can start to write a blog about. And honestly, I would just go to the very first link and just take a look and just see what kinds of essential oils are back there. Maybe there's a little bit of wording that you can use, or it's going to give you some good thoughts and some good ideas about what you could put into a blog. I'm also going to show you how to make a blog. We're going to make this one right here that is about essential oils in your pets. So I'm going to show you from the ground up how to do this. So don't worry. But the best information is actually compiled, and you can pull little bits from here and there. I also like going to the Young Living blog, and this is an article about blogging that you can also read, and you can also just look things up about blogging if you're curious about it in general. One of the best places that I like to go to is the Young Living blog. Young Living, just by the fact that you are a Young Living member, you can use any of the wording that's back here. And I just look and see what they came out with. Happy Halloween, Purdy with 7 spectacular scents, 9 reasons why Raven should wing its way into your collection. Pull information and photos from back here. As a Young Living member, you can actually use both. So they have beautiful photos to kind of spruce up your blog. So use what's available to you and don't feel like you have to work it from the ground up. So let's get down to the how-to. Again, I'm using Marketing Sense. There is a number of blogging platforms out there, but I like to keep all of my stuff under one umbrella. So I used to use Blogspot back in the day. I'm not even sure if Blogspot actually still exists or not, but I use Marketing Sense now because my customer service is all back here, my CRM, my website, all of the marketing that I do, it's all back here in one spot. So I prefer to leave it that way. So what I did right now is I clicked on the My Website tab after logging in. And I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to select Create New Post. And here's the title where you put in your title, and this is where you start to put in your information. Now, I already compiled all of my information and I put it onto a Word document. Now, a lot of this actually came from the Young Living website. And so you can pull things from the Young Living website as well and just simply cut and paste. So I'm going to put my title into the title area. And then I am going to literally just take all of the information that I kind of compiled together, and I'm going to cut and paste it straight into the blog platform. Now you can also add a photo. You can either drag and drop, so I can take, go into my downloaded photos and drag over and let it go, and it'll pop in there. So you can also edit captions or add a link so that if people clicked on that photo, they could go somewhere else. But I do like to keep my photos a little bit small, so you can always grab this little guy down here and just work your photo until it's the size that you want. And I'm just going to copy and paste all of my information right into my blog. Okay, now you can also go in here and use, internal use there's bold, italic, underline, a bunch of different things up there that you can use to change the color of your text and to make things more interesting. In a blog, you really do want to go for very easy readability, which means lots of white space. You want to make sure that there's some space between your lines, every couple of lines, every couple of sentences. And then you also want to make sure that you have headers in here as well that just make it really easy to read. You don't want just a block of text because that can actually get really boring. And then it's also good if you can add videos and things like that straight to your information as well. So again, you can use a video that's already out there. For example, Young Living has an amazing YouTube channel, and you can go there and look at videos on just about any subject that you can then put in your blog. I actually love to double use information, so I just did a live class about essential oils and pets, which is where my blog came from, and so I just took the Zoom recording from that class and popped it over into YouTube, and this is what I'm using as my video. So if you upload onto YouTube your channel, and I have a whole thing about YouTube and how to use that, and the video creator, that's in Marketing Sense, but you can grab the shareable link right here and come back over, and when you paste your shareable link into your blog, it will automatically pop up with a thumbnail. So you get the same thumbnail that you have over on YouTube, and it will pop up right in here. Now, I do know that Marketing Sense has a video creator, but the button to actually insert a video is not in here. So this is actually a better way to be able to get a video into your blog. And ultimately, when you're done, you can just save and publish the information. And this is what it ends up looking like. People can sign up for the newsletter for free over here and put in their first name and their email address and subscribe. There's also a number of different blogs that they can look at, and then your most recent post will be down here on the side. And then there's a few different ways that you can actually share this straight from Marketing Sense. So you can scroll all the way down to your own, and these share buttons are fantastic because other people who read your blog that want to share it can actually use these 3 buttons to share on their own platforms. You can also come back to your blog. So go back to my website, scroll down, and your blog is going to have its own unique link as well. And you can hit this share button right here, and this is going to let you share it to these platforms straight from Marketing Sense as well. So how often should you blog? That's a question that I get all the time. And my answer to that is you really want to blog as often as you think you can be consistent. Now, what's beautiful as well about blogging is because you can batch together your blog, so whenever you feel so inspired, you can sit down and compile one together and then just wait until the weekly blog time comes up and go ahead and publish it at that point. So there's a lot of ways that you can do it, but I suggest at least, you at least want to do twice a month. Once a week, I think, is key. Another quick trick to blogging is, let's say that doing videos or doing classes is actually your strength. So for example, I did my pet class before I did my pet blog because I tend to talk a little bit better than I write. So one of the things that you can do is you can use this little tool right here. I like to use Teamy. And what Teamy does is it actually just creates a transcript out of what you just created. So you can log into Teamy and click New Order, and you can come over to your YouTube channel and you can get your link, and you can just paste it right in here. And Teamy charges 25 cents per minute. So this is a 45-minute video, which is really long, but for $11.25, essentially I can have a full transcript of the class that I did, and I can do a lot with that transcript. I can turn it into a blog like you saw. You can also use it to create quote squares and some beautiful images for Instagram also, and as well as Facebook. So there really is a lot that you can do with a transcript. You can even compile your transcripts together and use that to create something else shareable, or maybe a free giveaway that you can use to bring some more leads into your system. So check out the blog feature, Start Blogging. It's definitely one of the easiest ways to reach that 6 to 21 touches that ultimately your client is going to need to make a purchasing decision. So thank you very much for joining me for this Technology Tuesday. As always, reply back or in the comments, let me know what you would like to learn next, and I will see you next Tuesday.